What's up, everybody? Jackson here today with my little brother Chubbz.
Hello, everyone.
Today we would like to talk about 7 bottles of dumb hanging on the wall of the pirate ship. The pirate ship, flagship of Rare, the Sea of Thieves, the Xbox Destiny. That's what I'm going to start calling this. People have compared it to No Man's Sky because it's developed by Rare, but it's like published by Xbox, fucking promoted heavily by Xbox.
Right.
Right. And then it comes out, early access title, fucking that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Very shallow.
They have a fucking update roadmap of things they're going to be adding, changes they're going to be making. We got a video here and an article. Go watch it. Go read it. Do what you need to do. But my takeaway after reading the article, watching it, was that this is Games as a Service 101. As I was thinking about this, I said, well, no shit. Like, look at Phil Spencer's, talk he gave to Gamasutra, the interview he gave Gamasutra. I can't remember exactly when, but I'll have a link to it as well. But he was saying, you look at the games that are being played the most now, like the top games, they're games like Grand Theft Auto. They're games that have been out for 7 years, that have constantly developed and evolved, okay? He compared it to mobile games and PC games. Okay, and at the time when I was making the video on this, I said, I think it's more like mobile games, all right? To be fair, I wasn't, like, yet into Steam and, like, I was still, like, just barely had gotten a PC.
Right.
So I still hadn't been around long enough to see that early access titles make a lot of money. Let's just, for fucking one example, and it's the best example you would ever need, PUBG. Okay, highest selling game of last year, like, so popular it spun off its own genre with clones fucking suing clones. Like, so big that it's that sort of a thing. Okay? So, that game started in early access. Right? It started as an early access in development, like pre-alpha, alpha, whatever. That's what's happening, okay? So there's others like Dead Cells, I could say, which is an even better example in my opinion, because when I see the work put into Dead Cells from the moment I bought it, I mean, my review that I did of that game, my impression videos, it's no longer relevant.
Right.
That's how different the fucking game is. Through content updates, the way the seed spawns, everything like that.
Customer feedback, by, people telling them, hey, what would be really cool is if you added a wall jump, and then all of a sudden, bam, that's a brand new mechanic added into the game.
Wall jump, wall crawl, like they look at the community and they really do take it in, okay? Some of them.
Right.
There's also games like Wolcen, which I had actually, added to my wish list, that I found out through reading reviews, which is such a benefit of Steam. User reviews, that's a benefit of any site that uses it. GOG uses it. I found Rageaholic from a fucking thread on a Witcher 3 post in the forums on GOG.
Right.
You find really people that are interesting to listen to that you don't agree with or whatever 100% of the time, but they present their argument in a way that kind of cracks yours.
Right.
And that helps you to more, armor your own argument. That's the benefit of listening to people that you disagree with.
Because they do have facts behind their arguments.
Yes.
And you can take it and you can look at it objectively.
Now, that said, though, there's also dumb, idiotic arguments that are fucking apparently hollow and weak from the beginning.
Yeah, I was saying compared to, like, Rageaholic.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So, I find great things through the user reviews, but also you see, like, on Wolcen, people are able to voice their, like, look, this is what the developer has said. This is how long it's been in development. This is what they've actually added. So you can see it's just kind of there and they're making enough money on it that I think, honestly, some developers, I think PUBG most definitely 100% did this. When you look at the amount of money that fucking Bluehole and PUBG got for that game.
Oh, yeah. And how long was it in early access on Steam? What, 8, 9 months?
Yeah,
somewhere in that time frame?
That thing made as much money as Destiny 1. Right? So it should have the polish of Destiny 1.
Right.
It should have the fucking, like...
AAA polish.
Yeah. Even though Destiny 1 was a pile of fuck. But I'm just saying, like, it made that much money.
Right.
Right? So you look at it now, you look at the Xbox port, the mobile port, you can tell that they're like, now they're putting money back into it because Fortnite came along.
Right.
And that's the only reason. Okay? So back to Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is a $60 early access title that they knew would be safe because they'd be delivering it via the Game Pass to anyone informed. So anyone informed is usually the most vehemently opposed, that's your core audience. Those are the people you need to please. So like your Xbox player understood that if he got the Game Pass, he could get the free trial or whatever. He could get Sea of Thieves for free. He could play it and say, oh, this isn't worth it. I'm not going to buy a physical copy. I'm not going to buy the digital copy. I don't need to own this game. Or they're just going to stay with the Xbox Game Pass because it's fucking ridiculously a good deal. Like, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking about getting it for my PC.
Right.
Like, it's ridiculous. There's, like, Halo. They're fixing the Master Chief Collection. But like Bdobbins said in his latest video, like, that's just there.
Like it matters.
Yeah. How long has it been sitting there? Like, I mean, Ari, fucking tipped me off to this fucking ages ago, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking ages ago.
Calling their redemption
when I
moment.
was still working with the PS4 editor. That's how long ago it's been since this, like, has been sitting there. But now that they're doing something new, they're doing a new push, they want to be like, oh, so the hardcore fans will be like, they stuck with this game.
They fixed it. Ongoing Game Award.
The fucking games as a service done right there, they release it broken, buggy, in early access, but they fucking stick with it, man. And so do we, because we're true fans. And if you fucking disagree, you're not a fan of something. Because if you're a fan of something, you must love everything that's done by that thing. Everything that is that thing. And you don't listen to opposing opinions. Bdobbins, who the fuck is that? I'll never watch his fucking videos. He's just a Destiny Bungie hater.
He's a hater.
Who the fuck is Jackson? I'll never listen to him. He's just an Overwatch Blizzard hater. He hates Blizzard. You know why I talk shit on fucking Blizzard? Like, as hard as I do? It's because, and it would just happen. You could think that it was the Overwatch skins in my face as front page news telling me that there's a fucking big problem within our community of gamers. If that's relevant enough to be front page news, clickbait titles, look at these new skins you can buy in randomized loot boxes. Meanwhile, let's fucking crucify Shadow of War. Let's crucify EA and Battlefront 2. Let's crucify Destiny. Let's crucify Hearthstone. But no, listen, Overwatch, you fucking wake up. And that wasn't it, though. You'd think that was it. You'd think that was it. And then the uprising thing, and they're saying, oh, it'd be too hard to add PvE content into fucking Overwatch because that's just so much time, and that just have to be a new game. You've got the time, you've had the time and resources. What have you delivered? Goddamn events with skins.
Limited time content. I fucking hate that
Limit the games as a service. That goes back to Sea of Thieves.
It's like a free-to-play mobile model you're seeing inside of AAA packages.
Yes.
I fucking hate it.
Just one thing before we get back there. You know what it was that fucking drove me to the end with Blizzard? Where I said, fuck you.
Right.
We're starting a fucking Cold War on fucking Blizzard Entertainment right now. Like, if it's got Activision Blizzard on it, I'm not fucking touching it. They put Deckard Cain into the fucking Heroes of the Storm. Okay? They couldn't let the martyr lay in his heroic grave.
They're gonna dig them all up.
Guess what one of his moves does?
What?
He reads Diablo lore to people, and they fall asleep.
Wow.
That was when I said this new Blizzard gives a fuck about me and what made me love them.
Yeah.
Okay? So if Overwatch is the reason you love Blizzard, good. I'm glad you like shallow things.
That's it.
I'm happy you enjoy shallow, basic things. I don't. The Blizzard I fell in love with was giving me experiences that encapsulated my imagination and pulled me into the screen. We were talking about World of Warcraft. I was talking to Chris. I was like, we went in there towards the tail end of fucking like Naxxramas was the newest thing. Right? So we were fucking playing through the base content for days. By the time we hit max, they were releasing the Lich King raid.
Yep.
Okay? Because I remember hitting the Eastern Plaguelands. And I was telling Chris this. I was like, if I could just recapture that moment when I was riding onto those plains that I myself had helped Arthas corrupt, that I myself had helped destroy all of this land, cause all of this devastation, not only on this people and this fucking kingdom, but also on the land. I helped do this. And I was looking around, there was just this moment of like, holy fuck, Inception like situation.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you, that feeling was so amazing. That's the pinnacle of something. So you gotta understand, when I'm talking about Blizzard, like, yeah.
That's the thing. With World of Warcraft, you have those moments, especially from playing the original Warcraft series. Especially Warcraft 3, dude.
Then I hit BC, and they're like, you're going through the Dark Portal.
Yeah, and you're like...
we're taking this war to the fucking...
Warcraft 2! Dude! Yeah, dude!
What? What? And you go, and you're like in that area, and there's like the portal, and it's got the fucking statues and everything.
Yeah,
you're like,
dude.
what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
This is like crack to me right now.
Oh, yeah. But that's the thing with World of Warcraft. The story continuing from, like, the original game, which really had kind of just a loose story. Humans versus orcs, you know what I mean? It wasn't until, like, Warcraft 2 came along where they actually fleshed out that story and actually, like, thought, okay, well, why are these characters fighting against each other, you know? And then following that all the way to World of Warcraft, and look at that. That's been around, when was it? 2000, early 2000s when that game came out?
I'm not sure.
Like classic, like the, you know.
It has not been out for 20 years.
Right.
Chris pointed that out when I was reading him that kid's comment. I didn't even notice.
It was like 2001.
He's like, that game hasn't even been out for 20 years.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
It's still continued all the way. And sometimes that can be a bad thing, but when there is that perfect part to start.
And the thing about World of Warcraft is that that's another example of games as a service done right, in my opinion.
Right.
Like, you'll put it to me that you shouldn't have to pay a subscription to play WoW, and I'd say, well, then don't play it.
Right.
But when I played it and I was paying for it, like those experiences I was just talking about, and me and you running fucking solo dungeons, me and you, these 5-man dungeons at level and beating them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was playing Prot, you were playing Holy, or no, you were playing Prot and I was playing Holy.
Yeah.
That shit was fun,
running through
dude.
the dead mines and
yeah,
shit.
remember
dude.
that one? It's the troll temple that was like sunken, and it was like, there were the gods and shit. You had to do all these elaborate, like, ritualistic things to summon that one boss, and we couldn't figure it out.
There were like snakes, the freaking Naga, and fucking all those enemies in there and shit.
It was cool. So, like, that's the thing. Like, that was worth every second. And then watching that game evolve onto Cataclysm, which is when, like, they completely reshaped the game. Right. And I was happy with everything except for the class changes.
Yes.
That's when I began to see the class changes becoming more simple. My healing wasn't as intricate. Yeah. I didn't rely on the same tools.
The gameplay
because it was like,
down a lot.
Yeah, it went from like a bunch of cooldowns that I needed to use and like 3 heals, primary heals that I needed to have. It went from that to I was just spamming one fucking heal.
Yep.
And healing everyone. Like huge amounts.
Yeah, you just buff that one ability, yeah.
You know what I mean? And
everything else is just filler.
And I was just like, so all I'm doing right now is I'm looking at a grid, and I'm not. And it got to the point where the gameplay no longer suited. I wasn't as excited at the end game as I was, you know, trying out different things. Like I just looked at it and I said, I don't really feel like trying out anything. And maybe it was just I burned out on it. But the thing about that was during that course, like I had a lot of enjoyment.
Oh, yeah.
It was worth it to me to have played that game.
Oh, yeah.
Then to see Overwatch be the next big thing and see it become as popular as it is and see people defend these loot boxes, I say to you, you're not a Blizzard fan.
No. If
you're defending Blizzard and their loot boxes in Overwatch, you don't care about Blizzard. I'm sorry, because if you cared about Blizzard, you want them. I mean, I'm not against them making arena things.
Right.
Right? You can make Overwatch, but make other stuff too.
Right. If you
use that money and expand on that like you used to.
And keep in mind, like, I'm not against the entire idea of just a PvP only team arena shooter experience. But
no, not at all. I see the appeal with that.
But on release,
if it had a decent progression system and some fucking depth to it and possibly some PvE content, I would own Overwatch.
Well, not only that, but if you just are looking at a game as a PvP only experience, the number one thing you want to keep in mind is, all right, well, how many game modes are there? You know, and people will say, well, yeah, but look at how many characters there are. And I'm like, well, yeah, there's a lot of free-to-play games that can put all these characters in there, but how many game modes are there? Like, how many different ways are there to play the game?
And how are they spiced up and better?
Yeah,
right. Is it all in the characters? Well, that makes sense because that's where all the money comes from.
Yep.
People buying fucking loot boxes to get skins for all the characters.
Exactly.
Of course there's a shitload of characters. Of course Deckard Cain is reading one of the most compelling fucking, like, heaven versus hell stories to put players to sleep. Fuck you.
Dumb.
Fuck you.
Fucking dumb.
Fuck you, Blizzard. You motherfuckers.
But, you know.
How fucking dare you disrespect that man?
And you want to
He's the one who gave us the Roderick Cube! Putting people to sleep. Well, fuck those people.
Yeah. Seriously. You don't like Diablo lore?
That was a fucking middle finger to the fucking fans of Blizzard. I don't care. If you don't see that as an open fuck you from them.
That's the equivalent of what Ryan Johnson did to Luke Skywalker.
They've already comically destroyed the other World of Warcraft characters.
Oh, yeah.
You can play demons in fucking basketball suits like they look like they're straight out of Space Jam in that game.
Wow.
Right? They do not give a fuck about these things. These things are Mickey fucking Mouse to them.
You want to talk about fucking AAA games with a free-to-play service. You know, free-to-play games as a service model. Fucking there you go, Blizzard.
Yep.
Every, like, move that they've been doing. All the games that they've continually supported. I mean, there's a couple... Like StarCraft 2,
but
you know, but then there's all the other ones, and they're all that same, you know, free to play.
I think the most telling thing when we look at Sea of Thieves ending up as a games as a service, I think the most compelling thing you need to look at is when Phil Spencer said, above all the other games, he talked about Destiny.
Yes, Destiny 1 in specific.
He talked about the 600 hours he had spent there.
Dude, how did you not get fucking bored? I made it
about 300. I think I made about 300.
And then you're just like, wow.
But I got really bored. I got bored by the end of the Dark Below. I was done.
Yeah. And
I realized I was doing shit in that game just to do shit.
Oh, yeah. And I remember
no other reason to do it.
Patch notes, they're like, we're gonna switch up the strike playlist so you're no longer gonna get the same strikes concurrently in a row, and every single time they failed to make that promise. It was like running mundane fucking activities on a loop, and it's in your head just fucking 600 hours, dude. That's like waterboard me at that point. I would much rather get tortured. Like, fucking do it, man. Fuck.
Fucking waterboard me at that point.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
Be less mind-numbing. At least I'd be awake. God.
It'd keep you more interested, I'll tell you that. Yeah. That's the thing about fucking 600 hours. That's a lot of time, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's so much time for a single fucking game like me. These games... After Destiny, like, there was something about Destiny that did in fact capture my interest a lot.
Right.
There was something there, and what it was the magic that was supposed to be the entire package.
Right.
I didn't understand that at the time. About the tail end of Dark Below, I was getting sick of it. I fucking watched a Bdobbins video. The very next time I fucking played the thing, I fucking was doing the exotic quest to get the upgraded fusion rifle that I already owned just so I could fucking have a better number on it. Right? Knowing full well that this weapon I'm going to have to take into strikes, I'm going to have to use on shit over and over again to get it leveled up just so I can experiment with it in the raid.
Yeah.
Just so I can fucking say, oh, well, I'm going to use this time because I don't know what else to do to make this same old thing entertaining.
But it's not even a different rifle, wasn't it?
So,
it was the exact same exotic.
It was.
Just a different number.
It was the exotic fusion rifle. I can't remember what it's called.
So you knew what it did.
Yeah, you have to, like, go to the tower, you talk to people, you go to Venus, you find the ghost, you go back, and then there's, like, a certain point in it where you have to break down 10 legendary or higher, I thought, fusion rifles.
Well, it even said it.
So I had 9 fusion rifles that I had collected. These things never got used. They were sitting in my vault, but I had an attachment to them because in the early days when I was just starting and it was so challenging and I was like figuring out what weapons to use in order to tackle this strike, this heroic, thing, this heroic, quest line.
Right. What weapons to take in the raid.
Yeah, what ones you'd need in order to do it. Like, there was fun there, and I was playing it with Jeff, and we were fucking doing things together, and, like, it was great. We were figuring it out together. It was a good time.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I had attachments to these weapons, right? Like, they had saw me through a lot of challenging things, and I had built in my head this sentimental attachment. I had done what Bungie said I should do.
Right.
I had made my own story, so to say. But now I'm bored as fuck, and I really want to use this new fusion rifle in the fucking Dark Below raid. I want to take it in there where all the fucking thralls mob you. I want to see if it's pro, to just blast them through with it.
Yeah, you want it at that higher number so you can actually make it work.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, all right, so I break down these 9 fucking rifles. 10th one I use is the exotic one that I'm going to replace, because I'm obviously not going to need that fucking thing, right? I'm not. I'm about to get the new one. That one does not give me the fucking required, the quest item. So now I'm in this situation now where I've got to go run strikes or PvP or one of the other just samey fucking activities to do at the end game, in order to get one fusion rifle through their fucking god-awful RNG system so that I can break it down so I can get what I had just destroyed to replace.
Yep.
And that's when I was like, and it was after I'd seen the Bdobbins video on the cut content, and I'm like, this gameplay loop is frustrating, shallow, and stupid. And it's unnecessarily stupid. Oh wait, yeah it is. It's definitely necessary when you look at how much content is in the game.
Oh, yeah.
That's how Destiny added content. They added these bullshit systems where you could roll a legendary and get a rare, where you could roll an exotic and get a purple, right?
Oh, yeah. That's why there's so many things from the...
This is why when I see things like Bdobbins, fucking uncompetitive, replied to a tweet from him, and I saw someone in the thing saying, fucking, Destiny, it's gonna get better. Wait until, like, October. If it's going to be anything like Destiny 1, which it will, then it's going to be good. And it's like, dude, Destiny 1 was not good. Just because you got tricked into thinking the shallow, unnecessarily grindy fucking gameplay loop, free-to-play grind, you can get the same grind in fucking Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
It's dumb activities at the end, 2 or 3, and then you battle RNGesus.
You can get it in Warframe.
You can get these games for free. You do not need to pay money for these.
Yes.
So you got Phil Spencer talking about things they were looking at with the Xbox One X, with the games, as games moving forward, exclusive titles,
the most top played games on the Microsoft, right?
So, and that's when you see him say something like, these games are the best because they keep being played, and like, I myself have played Destiny for 600 fucking hours.
600.
You got people fluffing these things, fluffing Overwatch in their loot boxes, fluffing Bungie in their fucking face, fall to the floor, get back up again. Oh, just wait, Bdobbins. It's gonna be like Destiny 1, which was good. Who the fuck is commenting to Bdobbins and telling him Destiny 1 was good?
Right.
Like, how the fuck are you that stupid? That game was not good. It tricked you into thinking it was good. But, you know what? Better yet, the old Bungie had tricked you into thinking it was good. Because it was, if it could have been what it was, right? What they wanted it to be.
Right.
Before all these fucking backroom fucking, to the point where Luke Smith's in charge.
Yeah. Like, how many people left? The CEO?
That's the thing. All those people that were defending Luke Smith to us, they don't like Destiny 2. Anything about Destiny 2. They can eat their fucking words.
Yeah.
You enjoy the game that the man you defended brought you. Enjoy it. He's a hack.
I just want a big 2.
Just a big number 2.
One giant big deuce.
We're gonna do a number 2, and then we're gonna do a 2 all over the game, and then you guys will fix it, and we'll have a Taken King moment, and you pigeons, you fucking, you mice, rats in a cage, despite how my rage. I am still just a rat in a cage.
Running on a fucking wheel. Let's do it.
This is what Bungie wanted. This is what Bungie wanted.
I got you, Bungie. I got you.
600 hours, Phil. Jesus fucking Christ. That is not something I'd be fucking admitting.
Dude.
That makes you look so, like, not the man to be in charge of bringing games to people.
How do you spend...
Destiny is a good game. I have 600 hours in that game. Sea of fucking Thieves.
Yep, exactly.
Sea of fucking Thieves. Immediately after all this, oh look, we've got a development roadmap too.
We hear your feedback, guys. It's been 3 weeks. The game's dropped 3 weeks, and fucking people absolutely shit on it and hate our creation. So now I guess we better do a press release and try to change the perspective because we're working on it. We're working on it!
And they're not calling it a development roadmap. They're calling it an update, fucking schedule, season. I don't know what, it's early fucking access.
Yeah, they're talking
early fucking access, $60 title,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And every single thing that they're talking about, it's always like, within the coming months. It's like, motherfucker, we know this is done.
And why wouldn't they do this? Like, at the very least, you gotta say that they have a better premise to work on than fucking No Man's Sky did.
Right.
They have a more, probably funds going to them because fucking Phil Spencer's 100% behind the idea of a game releasing that shit and turning into a better thing and having a redemption like The Taken King. And it stays relevant and people keep talking about, these journalists keep jerking off all over it. Even when they should be being critical, they don't. In fact, they fluff it.
Why? Because it's rare. This is like 007. GoldenEye was a good game. Donkey Kong Country were good games. So Rare is automatically creating all the time good content all the time. And we love them all the time because we love these games that they made, you know, back in the day.
Here's the thing though. I'm going to interject here and say that when I first heard Angry Joe saying that like fucking whether it's Microsoft, and he kind of laid it a little bit more.
And he was
hold on.
Right.
Let me finish. I was a little bitter, but listen to this thought. How wrong is he? How much did Microsoft say to add later?
Oh, yeah.
How much did Phil Spencer come in and say, hey, well, listen, though, like, they fucking love Destiny. I love Destiny. I got 600 hours in Destiny.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, it had a shallow gameplay loop that revolved mainly around chasing cosmetics so you could do activities with your friends. And then he's like, so what if, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's not even the worst example. And then he's also...
I'm not saying Rare should be exempt from all responsibility. Right. Their name is on the fucking cover.
But another thing is they all know that despite Destiny, the worst example is No Man's Sky, and there were still people who love it and defend it.
And fluff it.
Yeah.
The journalists get all over it.
And they're like,
there's going to be a new ARG. They're doing an update. It's just the big update. They haven't been just fucking, you know, yeah, they said fuck you and they lied to you, and then they never explained why they did or why that was wrong.
But look
Instead,
at this
they've
grass.
just been giving you things that they never even fucking lied about, that no one fucking asked for, that I fucking know of.
But don't look
I
at
wasn't
all that.
it. I'm a fucking day one No Man's Sky buyer. I'm not fucking interested in vehicles.
Don't look at all that.
I want a goddamn, I want a purpose.
Look, don't look at all that. Look at this grass.
I'm not 10. I don't play Minecraft. I don't find aimless wandering and like fucking breaking shit down so I could have more room to break more shit down so I could have more room to break more shit down. Oh, but look, now I can do it in a fucking truck. I'm not 10. Okay? You didn't fucking speak to me like he thought I was 10.
Oh, yeah.
The way he fucking fluffed that game. That's a whole other deal. But you're good call.
But that's the thing.
Why wouldn't Rare do this? Why wouldn't Rare be like, well, fuck yeah, like, they're getting away with it. Journalists are sucking their dick.
Destiny's doing this shit.
Destiny's doing it. We see what's going to happen with them. Like, clearly they have an ace in the hole, like the Taken King that they're going to drop. I'll have a link to Bdobbins' new video. Clearly they have something like that in mind to get the fucking community back on the side of this game. Like, it's just been one emotional mindfuck from day one. Who could have fucking foreseen that? Who could have realized that through the course of Destiny 1? None of these fucking idiots that are coming out against Destiny 2. If any of you said the Taken King fixed Destiny and made it a good game, you don't get a cry about fucking Destiny 2 anymore.
You don't.
You don't.
And if you do cry about it, I want to hear these words. I was wrong.
No one will ever say that. These helpful idiots, these stupid tools, these more consoles, fuckers like that, they will give Destiny the redemption moment.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all the sheep, children idiots that follow them religiously, that watch every fucking video they upload, all those people will do it too. And they'll say, look, it's like Destiny 1. And that means it's good?
But I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what, time is on our side, because I'll tell you what, I'll be honest, this is their ace in the hole, let's be honest, this is the very, very last piece of cut content from the original team, and time will not save them from any bullshit moves that they do in the future.
Nope.
And their shit does stink, and people will realize that.
Hopefully. I don't think they will. You still have a dedicated community saying that loot boxes in Overwatch are fair because they're random. When boiled down, if you boil down the piss, the residue that remains in the fucking pan is loot boxes are good in Overwatch because they're random. And they're only cosmetic. Even though they're banned in league tournaments, and they give the bullshit excuse like, it's just easier for the fucking generic Overwatch fucking passerby to be able to discern what the fucking character is if they're in... I'm gonna take Sarabi's fucking word over yours. Sarabi is top fucking 50 Xbox Winston. Alright? So when he tells me that there's certain maps with certain skins that you can use as an advantage to blend into the environment, I'm gonna take his word over it. Because I don't know, he's top fucking 50 in the world. Alright? So that's the thing, like, that's defended. How hard is it to believe that Sea of Thieves will release shit they took out of it?
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden it's got depth fucking half a year after release.
Yeah,
and now they're going down to Angry Joe's review and they're saying, fuck you, Joe. You can't give this game an honest review until you've fucking done the Kraken raid.
Are they really doing that?
No, I'm just saying. That's gonna fucking happen. They did it with Destiny 1.
Well, that's
they
one of
did
the
it with
things.
Destiny 2. You didn't even fucking wait for the raid to come out before you reviewed this game, Joe. You gotta wait fucking 8 months after release when all the content's there.
Your shallow
Then
raid
you review the
does
game.
not mean shit to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I believe this sort of shit ain't going away.
Well,
Imagine if Phil Spencer can spend 600 hours in Destiny, how much will your average 15, 16-year-old kid spend? Like, if I had that's what I'm saying, like, going back to the World of Warcraft moments, if I was back in that state of mind, I could see something like Destiny 2 being awesome.
right.
I could see something like Sea of Thieves being awesome to me, right? And it's just this sheen of cool paint over a fucking hollow, empty structure
Right.
that they're selling people on now. And the problem with that is that eventually all of the structures will be hollowed. And you're going to have to go deep cuts. And thank God for independent developers and independent games.
Yeah.
Because there'll always be a $20 fucking title that I get for fucking $10 on a sale that I end up spending over 200 hours in.
Seriously, I just picked up Hollow Knight, $9.89. No tax, $9.89. That's how much I spent.
And look at that game as a service. Look at Witcher 3 as a service. All right, games as a service isn't bad.
Yeah,
when
there
you
can
when
be
you're
a
releasing people, when you're giving people a fucking steak and potato fucking dinner with a bowl of soup and a fucking salad, those people aren't gonna care if you offer them cake on the house after they get done eating. But if you give people a fucking baked potato with no ranch, no sour cream, some salt on top of it and pepper, a cheap little fucking wrapper, you know, like paper fucking serving of salt and pepper, then you say, look though, in an hour we'll have some butter for you. In an hour after that we'll have some fucking, you know.
We'll have your hamburger meat, and then an hour after that, we'll have one of your buns. And then an hour after that, we'll have another bun. And then an hour after that, we'll bring you your cheese, and it slowly goes until you build your fucking own burger, and you're staring at the thing 10 hours later, and you're just like, why did I fucking come here? I was ready to eat this 10 hours ago!
But if that's all you know, if that's the dinner you think you're supposed to get, if they tell you that's the good dinner, this baked potato with this cheap salt and pepper, that's the good dinner.
No.
And people continually tell them as soon as they get the roll, this is the best meal I've ever fucking had. You know, I was hesitant at first, but after taking a bite of this delicious buttery fucking roll, I can't tell you, I love this fucking game and this meal. And I think this meal is the best, and I will never go anywhere else for a meal. And honestly, sir, I'll fucking defend you with the religious fucking zealotry of a fucking maniac. Because that's how good this fucking meal was. And everyone says it's good, and the fucking paper's right about how good this restaurant is. It's gotta be true. Critics are giving it a fucking, 5 taste buds out of fucking 5. And all those people, they're just haters. They just,
They're haters.
Their palate is shit. They're uninformed.
They don't know.
They don't know what a good meal is. Okay.
They don't know how to do it.
Like I said, Hollow Knight, $10? Look at the depth there, man. Like, not only is that at the minimum, if you play it through blind, by yourself, like, exploring, that's what I did my first time, and then eventually I started looking stuff up towards the end when I was just like, I've explored everywhere I can possibly see.
I'm at the final boss, yeah.
Took me 40+ hours, dude.
Oh, yeah.
40+ hours to get, and then I played it again.
Oh, yeah, and then think of the free content that they've added. Like, 3 DLCs? And then the 4th one is they're working on and they're talking about.
And it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, and then on top of and this is a perfect example. And then another one is Shovel Knight.
Yeah, Shovel Knight. Right, and they're making a new game too.
Yeah.
So don't tell me these fucking Blizzard Entertainments of the world can't fucking add a PvE mode to fucking Overwatch.
Or these fucking
They won't because it would be free. There's no money there.
Or these rare Microsoft fucking...
Why add depth to the shallow?
Sony Hello Games. Fucking don't do that shit. Don't.
They're doing it. That's what Sea of Thieves is. Sea of Thieves is 100% the same thing Destiny was. And I guarantee you Bdobbins is 100% correct. I've been saying it to myself for a while. They are literally making this game shit on purpose.
Oh.
Part of me truly believes that Destiny 2 was unnecessarily shit on purpose. When you look at things they're changing back, they're literally reverting the game to fucking goddamn Destiny 1.
To the first... Yeah.
So that these idiots, like the idiot who was fucking commenting on Bdobbins' thing, those idiots will come out in droves and say this game is fixed. They have fixed Destiny 2, guys. It's exactly like Destiny 1.
Yep.
And that's a good thing.
And then the community from Destiny 1 quits playing Destiny 1, goes play that one.
Yep. And then there's a big surge, and people are streaming it, and Bungie fucking wins.
There's a huge revival, and it's going to be a huge Taken King
thing.
redemption, dude.
That's when, if you're saying that when that happens... Because it'll happen. It'll inevitably. You will see the fucking news articles of gaming news try to make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Even if the community is like, nah, we ain't fucking having it. Like, they'll try. Look at No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah.
How many people, legitimately, out of all of the people that bought fucking No Man's Sky, are sitting there creaming over updates from fucking Hello Games?
How the grass looks.
That is not news. That is not relevant news. You're doing that because you're being asked to do it by someone.
Yeah.
I don't know by who, and I don't know why. I'm not going to question that. But I can tell when you have full-page articles about loot boxes in Overwatch being cool, and here's the new skins, and then in the same breath, on the same publication, you're talking shit on fucking EA's Battlefront 2's system. You're talking shit on Shadow of War's system, at the same breath of giving it a 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, right? I'm going to fucking call into question what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
And who you're fucking talking about.
I'm gonna wonder why these games are out of your realm of fucking, you know what, like, why are these ones
That's because I'm not stupid. I wish I was.
Yeah.
Maybe I would be happier if I didn't always have to feel like Stan Darsh from the shit episode. Maybe.
It's all shit.
It's all fucking shit.
But that's the thing, is up to this point,
it's not all shit,
we've been pretty good at staying away from shit. We've been pretty good at staying away from shit, but the shit is coming to us. The mobile market. We've stayed away from the shit. We've been good. We don't like smelling shit, but the shit is coming in.
It doesn't matter.
People are stepping in it and tracking it in.
Because it doesn't have to be good to make money anymore. And that's obvious.
It doesn't.
It doesn't have to have a whole lot of depth.
in the age
it's
where...
just got to have a lot of flash, sheen, and enough bullshit behind it to convince you it's cool.
And in the age of participation trophies for every person, there's room for ongoing game awards and people failing and people still, but at least they stuck with it and did it and
this
tried.
This is a developer you can count on. They fucking stayed with it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pissed all over us, and then they gave us stuff that we didn't really ask for and that hadn't convinced us to buy the game in the first place, but they stuck with it.
Yeah, at least they stuck with it.
You know, the Taken King fixed Destiny.
Pat him on the head and you're a good boy for trying. You kicked the ball out of the fucking arena, but good boy.
All I know is Destiny 2 is the exact logical evolution on Bungie's viewpoint on everyone's reception of the Taken King.
Oh, yeah.
Start out weak. It's seriously
slowly
like, I'm not gonna do it, but I was gonna make a fucking porn reference again.
No.
I'm not gonna do it, though.
No.
Family entertainment. We're family-oriented entertainment.
The thing that you can definitely call with the parallels is Destiny 1 came out. People weren't too happy about certain aspects of the game. And based off community feedback, they're doing events and changing the loot system and bringing things that aren't going to ever come back again. And, so Sea of Thieves comes out. People aren't happy about certain things. And so based off community feedback, 3 weeks after release, they're going to address them all. We're going to fix it. We're going to add a reward system. You're actually going to get loot off the Kraken. We're going to add ships. You can actually get different ships. So there's actually a reason to get ships,
Well, I 100% think there's a right way to do this. And that's like the analogy we made with the full dinner that comes out and then they're like, hey, by the way, here's a slice of cake. Yeah. Hollow Knight did that. Shovel Knight did that. Witcher fucking 3 did that. Fucking games do it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Gwent's doing it. They're doing it with Gwent. There's all sorts of games that are giving back, like, they're giving you an experience that feels full already.
Yeah.
And then they add layers and shit to it on top of that.
They feel like they made enough money for the mill that they're going to comp you more.
I definitely think there is right and wrong ways to do this. And in my opinion, giving people shit just so that they say it's better later when you finish fucking putting everything you took out of it to begin with, just to fucking keep it relevant, I think that's the wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's the wrong way. I don't think Sea of Thieves is the way to do games as a service. No. I don't think Destiny 2, Destiny 1 is the right way to do games as a service. Give us a pool to play in and then throw us some fucking, water slides.
Yeah, you want to do games as a service.
Don't give us a kiddie pool and then give us a fucking kiddie slide and say, see, it's fucking way better now, huh, kids?
Yeah.
There's a slide going into it.
You want to do fucking games as a service in the AAA market, do not put in free-to-play fucking mechanics.
Yeah. And honestly, kiddie pools are kind of an insult to even compare them to them, because kiddie pools were fun as fuck.
Yeah. Nice hot summer day, fill it up from the hose, you're good to go, man.
That was a great way to fucking cool down.
Yeah.
Throw the sprinkler in there so it's like fucking spraying up out there and shit.
Yeah.
It's fun. Anyway, yeah, that's our thoughts on Sea of Thieves, Destiny, Overwatch. There's a right way to do it, a wrong way to do it. I think that they've been doing it the wrong way. I think Phil Spencer was convinced, based on Destiny and his 600 hours spent in it, that the best way to deliver Sea of Thieves was to deliver it bare bones and build upon it later.
Yep.
I think seeing games like No Man's Sky get defended months after release and Hello Games praised, I think that emboldens them. I think them seeing games like PUBG in early access making billions and being fucking praised out the ass.
Oh, yeah.
I think that they're emboldened by that. That's one game mode.
Oh, yeah.
In early access. And they love it.
Made billions.
Why won't they like Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
On day one. I mean, we've got boats and shit you can sail around in and fucking little half-assed quests you can do that are all the same.
Yep.
But still, it's stuff. It's more stuff in our opinion. And if they love that, like, I don't even know. And then you got a question like, they had to have known people were going to be upset, right? They had to have known they were going to get bad reviews. They don't care.
Right. Well,
that just feeds into their shit later when people say, oh, well, it's better now, buy it. And then people buy it and they're like, wow, this is a pretty good game.
Yeah.
And there's that fucking second life.
And don't worry, guys. They're going to add more stuff to it. They're going to do stuff later.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And
sit down and twiddle your fucking thumbs.
It's just, I'm done with it. We're done with it. No, we're done with this video. Fucking love you guys. Oh, ho, ho, and a bottle of dumb.
Where's my scimitar?
Scimitar. That's where you went with that. Good.